after the silencer and smack him.
Yeah, I think that is kind of the scary part of the silence. Like, that is Silencer's bane.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
He's annoying and can harass a lot, but if you get on top of him, he dies very easily. So if by any chance they get level 2 first, let's say, the Beast Coast lane, you can easily get first blood on which Silencer. I am a believer in Silencer. I feel like every time I see this hero picked up, it kind of...
Infinitely scaling, bro. Infinitely scaling.
But the thing is, the game lasts a finite amount of time, and usually it's not a long amount of time when you have Silencer in your team. So, yeah, I'm not a believer of this hero. Also, I think it was picked up with not a lot of purpose. Like, what is the role of the Silencer? There's no Ember or Storm that you want to kill.
It's interrupt Pugna's life drain, I guess.
Oh, see. Okay.
The value right there. You gotta believe. He's just gonna become a right-click silence. He's gonna get Hurricane Pike, steals 200 int. They're all gonna be dum-dums because they are pretty dum-dums on the Radiant side. At least their heroes are very low mana pools.
Let's queue up that Midas right there, Widge. Get first blood. Save the blood grenade to get the first blood, and then you queue Midas instantly. That's the way.
Yeah, that's the way that he's going to show it get done. Wondering what kind of item build he's going to go for, because...
Oh, Lumpy?
I mean, Tiny Elder Titan, not the biggest spammers of spells in the lane. Honestly, the first couple of levels, they should be just fine. Silencer has not much to fear until Moose gets a Ava tossback play. Potentially. One of the biggest problems for me, but obviously because Elder Titan gets so many of the Astral Spirit stacks from going over all the different Meeplings, but another aspect that is really hard for Meepo to deal with is the armor reduction. It's a hero that is reliant a lot on stats and high armor from his Agi items, and if you remove all the armor coming out from Agi, it is rough.
I think before Mega Meepo was a thing, ET was a harder counter of Meepo than it is now. But even still, like, it's insane, especially if it's a core Elder Titan. But the thing with core Elder Titan is that it farms very slowly. And if you lose your lane, it can feel like a big ball of nothing in your team. Because now he has to rush an Aghanim Scepter. The hero doesn't farm that much. Yeah, it's a weird hero, but I want to see do well here because I just love seeing Meepo getting smacked. It's just one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it's I mean, seeing a different hero in the offlane, that's what I love. It's easier to control the Astral Spirit these days, at least. That was one of the worst things of playing Elder Titan. It is Silencer going for Glaives of Wisdom level 1. He is playing against double melees and should be able to bully them out for at least the first couple of levels. Doesn't have many stats items though to boost that int of his, and he's already almost at half his mana, so it doesn't really do that much.
It's not pure damage anymore, man. That is one thing I've seen a lot of spammers complain about. Yeah, they buffed the damage a little bit, like 5%, but it still does way less damage than it used to.
Now it deals magic damage that doesn't pierce debuff immunity. This makes its damage effect debuff immune, but it will reduce by their magic resistance. aka it still does nothing. Good to know.
Basically. That's the sum. But yeah, I mean, Moose gonna be trading here with his tree throw. I think this lane's probably not gonna have a kill early on until, as you said, the mid lane show up. I feel like bottom is where we're gonna see a kill. It's like the minus armor that you have with Gush and the... Oh, actually no Blightstone or Hoodwink. But it's still a lot of physical damage that they can output.
Also no Blightstone on the TA, so...
Yeah.
Interesting choices so far. Yeah, top lane, I mean, there can definitely be a kill. Ouija being body block, for instance, but Moose doesn't have the toss back. Mid, I think a rotation is going to be required, but this Kunkka is doing a pretty outstanding job of at least keeping the Mars low in HP, but Bottle will resolve that issue completely and they'll be just fine. Yeah, the thing is, rotations are going to be very important, but Silencer can't do diddly squat for rotation, so it's all going to be on Monty on that Hoodwink if they want to get a kill anywhere.
And honestly, I'm surprised that the lane is as even as it is in the mid lane, because I think Mars supposed to do really well. Like, sure, there's the cleave aspect that's annoying, but just by, you know, using the spear to displace the Kanka, there's other things Mars can do. I think James is doing way better than I expected here against Lumpy.
I mean, he's a way higher rank. It's that simple.
That's true.
To be fair, that is kind of like, rank is not the most important thing, but when it comes to the mid lane, rank tends to be very important between the two mid laners.
I think it's a big thing for mid laner. I think carry as well to some extent, but mid is probably the one where it matters the most, probably.
Yeah, because it's just a 1v1. Who's the better mid laner in that case? Whereas the side lanes, it's like it's about teamwork and communication most of the time. Whereas mid, you don't need to be busy with any of that. Obviously, after the game goes on, that's where you see less of importance in terms of the ranks coming in between players, because you know, good communication and such can be done on every rank.
Look at Widge! Holy moly!
Okay, does get taken
3
down
shots
top
to Silencer.
That's not really too surprising.
Yeah, that's how I see Silencer in every game. Like, I wanted to have the stats for the win rate of Silencer games that I cast, because I feel like it's really low.
I mean,
the last 6 months, I don't remember seeing a Silencer win a game.
And see how high it is in general. So it has a 43% win rate, Silencer.
Okay.
And in the last 8 days, 38% win rate.
Ugh. Okay. That's very low.
That is really low. It actually has a 10% win rate as carry, which is funny because it's only been played 10 times. So it only won the single time. Weege, however, is going to die a second time. And yeah, that Meepo has no use of the Silencer at this point, because he's going to have to take the walk of shame all the way back towards the top lane.
That's the plan. You actually want to feed the Silencer so Meepo gets more experience and he gets his Meeplings.
Yes. That's what I want to hear. Someone else taking the word Meeplings.
I gotta say though, this Elder Titan is outperforming my expectations for what I expected to happen here. Obviously, you know, Silencer, just it seems like a strong laner, but honestly, it isn't when you can just run at him. So I mean, Aldair has to be so careful right now. Look at the damage.
He does have a poof to try and jump away. And
wait, what? He poofed the same place?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a play. Tree gets tanked by the Meepo and the Meepling, actually, and he does manage to get away, but that should not happen. That's just, wow, that was so dangerous by all there. That's something that a Meepo should never have happen.
Yeah, that's not the type of performance I'm expecting from a Meepo at this level. I think this doesn't really screams confidence right now.
Well, that's an oopsie daisy. Let's see. James in mid is top net worth by... He's more than 1,000 gold ahead of Lumpy right now.
Damn. All right. So Mamar is not just a member. He is really taking it to this Mars. And that's a very early pick on the Kunkka, right? I think the Mars was picked afterwards.
Yeah, but I guess they kind of still expected to put the Mars in the off lane, and then Lumpy had to flex it pretty much because they needed the Elder Titan. Luckily enough, they're still winning both side lanes for Beast Coast, and only mid is a one-way ticket to hell for Lumpy, who is about to get his level 6, but James is already level 7.
Damn. I mean, he does have a rune as well. Could potentially rotate. Yeah, I think shutting down this Elder Titan is probably the biggest concern they have right now. I honestly don't think you care about the TA this game as much as you care about the ET. TA is heavily countered by Meepo, especially Mega Meepo. So I think if there is a lane you want to address, it has to be top.
Well, they are sending in numbers as well. Gardic is here. And his courier just takes the gateway as well. Aldair is nearby. This Pulse 5 Pugna has more experience than the others. Gardic gets the kill with his little Nether Ward. Earthsplitter gets thrown out. Ghost Ship connects onto Vitali. Will he be able to get himself out of there? The toss
Good
attempt
toss.
for Moose. And with the Decrepify, no! Bushwhack drags him back. And it's going to be Gardic hunted down. James still has his shield rune going on, so there's no reason not to chase for the kill, and they will find a double kill in response. Weege is a little bit sad that he did not get all that beautiful, beautiful permanent int, but it is a great double catch, and of course they managed to kill off that Elder Titan you just mentioned.
Very nice that they reacted as fast. Lots of rotations.
Lumpy. Do they get the kill? No, Bushwhack doesn't connect. He is slowed down though. James doesn't have vision. And the arena does get dropped. Gardic is here, holds them in place. Monty is in trouble, and the tower just barely manages to finish him off. Moves with the tossback play underneath the tower. James is in trouble. Will try and disengage, but the blood grenade from Moose. Blood grenades coming in clutch. Kills getting secured, and the top net worth of South team has been eliminated.
Yeah, they overextended a little bit trying to get to Lumpy there. It felt really awkward because he dropped an arena and didn't want to spear because of the Arcane Curse of the Silencer. But even still, they're able to connect the Tiny. They get the toss back. Really clutch from Beast Coast. It felt like South team was slowly getting to a point of an advantage, but not really the case. Although this Titan Hunter yet to really do anything. Does have Ravage ready.
Yeah, he's just farming in that bottom lane. Titan Hunters tend to just go for Vlad's plus the Mage Slayer these days. I guess Vlad's obviously with the Meepo on your team is super good. Mage Slayer doesn't really feel... I mean... No, it doesn't really feel that good this game.
Yeah, it's decent-ish, I guess. You have... There's a lot of spell damage, but the TA definitely...
I guess just Vlad's plus AC, or something along those lines. Bulk up, get armor for you or your team, maybe get a Shiva's Guard. Because right now, it's all about getting more armor on your heroes. Oh, Weege in trouble, getting smacked by Vitali. 3 hits is all he needs, and the Elder Titan runs down the very, very sad Silencer that's not going to be able to get anything done this game.
Very nicely done. That's a tower as well. Vitali already on the way to his egg, so no Mask of Madness. Sometimes we used to see Elder Titans going that route, but just wants to get the straight up eggs as fast as he can.
Yeah, once he's got Ags, you can think about stuff like, well, obviously the shard's going to be great, but also Blink Dagger, Echo Saber, that you can upgrade into Harpoon. All fantastic items.
Aldair here trying to clear a big Ancient stack. Actually, taking a lot of damage from these Ancients.
Vitali, X-Mark, topside, Ghost Ship comes in with the Hoodwink. Snipe coming through. Will they get the kill? He does have his Earth Splitter, won't throw it out, and that is 2 perma-int stolen. Bowie, infinite scaling.
He's getting there. Also gets his 6, finally. So Global Silence is available, as you said, could stop some very nasty spells like the Life Drain from Gardic.
That's about it, but yes. Yep. That's his goal this game. Life Drain.
You can cancel the Echo Stomp mid-animation.
That one's actually pretty nice.
Right there. True.
That one could be coming in clutch. It's not going to be easy, but...
So Pyke, very farmed right now, 119 CS. Getting close to the Desolator. I mean, this is going to be a dream game, I think, for this TA. Sure, she's countered by the Meepo, but if the Elder Titan is actually close to the targets she goes for, they're gonna have minus 10 armor every game, like every time, right? If you have more armor, it's gonna be minus 10, and if you have less armor, it's still gonna be minus 10, because they all have 0 base armor.
Yeah, they all do have some problem, at least, against that. Meepo is getting close to his At least Mega Meepo. He's very close to the Mega Meepo. And might be able to make some plays to at least knock down some of these buildings. Roshan is very easy to take as well for Meepo once he's got his third Meepling coming out. It's a level 11, right? Where you get the third?
Yeah, 11, yes. Yes.
Okay. I always get confused on what levels it is.
He is very close. It's 4, 11, 19? 17? No, I think it's 17.
Really?
I don't know, man. I respect myself. I don't dabble with Meepo, alright? My body is a temple, and the only toxic thing that I let flow through my Dota games is Huskar, and Riki, and Viper.
Okay, so that's like everything except for the fact that you just can't play Meepo, can you?
Yes,
it's not the, oh no, I don't play those toxic heroes. You just can't.
No, wait a second. I can't, but because I can't, you should respect me because I'm not ruining pubs, for better or worse.
Okay, seems to be legit right there. You know, he's just
very honest.
He's just not good enough, but respect him for not being good enough. Oh, Gardic walking right on towards Monty. Snipe comes out, and the Pugna will die. More Perma-Int! Takes a little bit longer to die, but nonetheless, Perma-Int is Perma-Int. Wisdom Rune for Wisdom Rune. Yoink! There's still a Ravage available for the Titan. He has a Blink Dagger first item. So they are really on South Team trying to push this Meepo going forward before the Elder Titan gets his Ags.
Yeah, they did smoke with that Tide, and now looking for Moose here.
Trying to get the catch. He is close to his Blink Dagger. Would prefer not to die. Don't really think he has much of a choice. Bushwhack connection. Tiny's gonna get slowed down. In comes the X. Torrent. Sharpshooter. And the tier 1 tower bottom. I'm liking the rotations that South Team are making. They really know that this game gets scary if Elder Titan gets late game.
I'm really impressed by them. I think I expected something close to what happened with White Dragons, where they got some decent trades and everything, but you can see how assertive they're being around the map and how they feel more like a team. They're actually making moves together. They connect to each other pretty nicely. Top lane, they might find Vitaly here. That Ag still 800 go away. Oh, the Ravage taunt.
Ooh, the pump fake right there. The scary pump fake. Lumpy in response also has a blink that gets spotted out by the Kunkka illusion. So they know what was coming in their direction. But yeah, I think that especially is the important factor here. The fact that you mentioned, they're playing more like a team. Whereas White Dragon, they played pretty well, but they just at one point stopped playing. They didn't push their objectives when they had their timings. South Team, no, we got Ags on Meepo. He doesn't have to all be there. He can just farm on some of the Meepos and then join with the other ones very easily. So he's doing a good job in split pushing. I'm surprised that James is actually top net worth. Speaking of which, Ghost Ship connection onto the Pugna. More Perma-Int, baby. At this point, we just need to get the shard.
+8. The guy's a genius right now. He's pretty much, I don't want to say Elon Musk because he's not really that intelligent. Who's really intelligent? Gaben? Is he really intelligent?
Gaben is like a genius.
Okay.
They make barely a game every 3 years, and people 10 years after the games have been made are still playing it almost obsessively.
All right. Okay. We can go with either Ice Frog or Gaben. I think they're probably the same, but free Roshan now here for South Team. Dude, they are actually, even though the gold advantage doesn't reflect it, I really like how fast they're playing. They are making moves that Kunkka already has his Ags, and fighting into James and an Aegis is going to be really hard here for Beast Coast. They are very late with the smoke as well.
Well, that is going to be the Aegis secured, and that means Mega Meepo is going to have 2 Mega Meepos to play with. Vitaly does have the Aghanim Scepter now to be delivered. And will at least be able to get himself that BKB. I don't think it's enough yet. It does do a lot of damage, but he also dies very quickly if the Meepo gets on top of him.
Yeah.
So it's a dangerous trade.
So level 11 did get the attack speed talent on Vitaly. He's getting there. Eventually he's gonna get the shard on the T as well. I wonder what his next item is. Like, besides the shard, what else do you need? Here's this ET. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, there's going to be the arena onto 2. Global Silence comes out. The Lumpy can't throw out the spear. Right afterwards, Weech with the quick moves. Quick finger stun comes out. That Earth Splitter, though, it's doing lots of damage. Arzenti on the run. The Ravage does get thrown, but Vitality doesn't care because he's got that BKB. All there does manage to find the kill on the Gardic. Is going to go in for Pike, but Vitality is here, and oh my lord! In combination with the TA, the damage is outrageous. Summons back the spirits. The right clicks come out. Mega Meepo. What are you talking about, Mega Meepo? They're all gonna drop dead on the side of South Team. Monty trying to dodge and weave his way through, but is being hunted by the Elder Titan. Doesn't even need to get the hit because Pike does the damage required. And that it started to look really good, but if you look at the damage, the only one that deals any of it is South Team's Meepo.
Dude, that's a fight where your Mars arenas with no follow-up damage, dies before anyone comes in, and Vitaly just cleans house. That was a beautiful Echo Stomp. Gets hits 3.
What are you talking about? He didn't even die.
Yeah,
Mars didn't die.
True. That is true.
That's the most baffling part of me. I was also thinking, oh yeah, he died, and then I looked at the fight recap. I was like, he didn't die. Gardic died. How the hell didn't he die? He was surrounded by enemies. He has no BKB.
He's a skelly boy. He's a skelly boy.
That's insane. That's remarkable, and that's looking really rough for South Team. That Elder Titan, he just got a couple of hits in, and you saw. Without the armor, and then the extra armor reduction from the TA on top of the fact that you have no armor on Meepo, because he legit has no armor if he's next to the Elder Titan. The 17 armor that he has gets completely removed.
Yeah, that's the thing. He actually had Vlad skilled up on Tide, and he ended up buying the Blink Dagger first, but Arzenti never really found an angle for a good Ravage. The entire time, they had these Aegis, but they somehow got jumped by beastcoast. So, I totally agree. If they had the Vlads in that fight, maybe everyone can, you know, fight for 2-3 seconds longer. The Meepo gets a couple of kills before he loses Aegis. Instead, like, he's now farming these Vlads, and he's still, like... I don't think we saw a really good Ravage for a while, as Witch dies.
Yeah, but that... I don't think we even have to broadcast that he dies anymore. It's just one of those things that happens. That could be an important one, if he gets dropped.
Yeah, his Meepos are very low, but moves didn't connect fast enough with the Avalanche, and this could be a tower here. No response from South Team.
Yeah, Echo Saber's also almost done on Vitaly. Is it Vitaly or Vitaly? Or
I think it's Vitaly.
Vitaly, okay.
Yeah.
I always have to think about Vitality, the CS2 team.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, I also like CS2. I mean, to be fair,
didn't they used to be better in the past?
Well, they used to be better like 2 months ago, but I think they're still the #1 in the world, probably.
#1.
They're really good.
Wait, that's what's his name? The really good CS player? Yes. They have Zayu plus another really good player.
They've got a couple. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, I know. I mean, their entire team is really good. Oh, nice dodge and weave by Moose. The Avalanche makes sure he can't get hit by the X-Mark. Gets the blink out. And the Smoke Gang fail. Jump in onto 3 with the arena. In comes the Earth Splitted. Death is upon you. Vitaly waiting to get his spirit back so he can actually get any damage because it's currently on cooldown. And now we'll use it. All there on the run. Global Silence. That's a good way to at least interrupt that stomp. As you mentioned, All there doesn't get the TP away. Yes, he does. Just in the nick of time on the side. James, run away. Kunkka on the run. But being chased by Moose. There's going to be the toss back required to get the kill. Stomp on top. And boom goes the dynamite. It is beastcoast that is currently on top.
That is the first memorable global silence, and it was literally to cancel an Echo Stomp. So, I don't know. Vitaly having the time of his life. His laning stage was impeccable. And this big team fighting spells from South Team just not being used properly. Ty died without casting Ravage there. I don't even know how that's possible. But I guess they did commit a couple of ultis on the side of Beast Coast. If they really want to fight, which I think they should, they could potentially smoke. It's just that they're very far behind now, gold-wise.
Bottom lane, Aldair on the run. Vitaly is nearby. Spear gets missed. Toss is on cooldown, but he has a Yule, so you can't TP out. I don't even know what... I'm very confused at what Aldair is doing.
He's fighting.
Okay, they're gonna go back in onto Vitaly. Can they get the kill? Nope. He has this BKB, and we'll get the counter kill instead. RZT inside the little... I guess this is the new Roche pit. Will be smacked down and taken out. Yeah, that was
a pool party.
Yeah, they were all just swimming, and then they drowned. That meatball, like, he was in the middle of being charged at, and then poof. And I was like, cool, you did 200 damage.
Yeah, that didn't feel very menacing, that poof, but he couldn't do anything else. He doesn't have the shard.
Right-clicking does more damage than poof.
Yeah, but does it look as cool? It doesn't.
Well, you are right. It does not look as cool. He is going to go for the shard, though, next, and then disperse it, but I think at that point, I mean, this game is already close to being done.
Very crazy game. It felt like this was going to be a super close game, and then out of nowhere, Beast Coast just exploded. Their moves were impeccable, the way they held high grounds, and in general, South Team, they just didn't respect the smokes. Like they were just going for very obvious, going up the high ground, and Beast Coast, they were always ready. So I just feel like they underestimated Beast Coast quite a bit with the way that they move around the map.
And they've had some pretty good engagements on South Team, and they have played really well, but it might just be all the Titan effects. Like, your safe laner can't play. Your mid laner got very good farm early on, but against BKBs, which all 3 cores now have, technically, because you do have the Elder Titan with the Ags, Kunkka's useless. Like, oh shit, Torrent Storm's great, but it does nothing if the cores have their items. They will find moves and throw a Torrent Storm for that kill.
Huh.
But in comes possibly the Elder Titan. Doesn't have a shard yet, so he doesn't have that long range Echo Stomp swap position play. And RZT with the blink out will be able to disengage. Has his Ravage almost. Global Silence is almost ready as well. Maybe if they can get a pick off separate from each other, they could make a play.
Yeah, Roche is up. They do have Ravage and Global, as you said. They could potentially try and smoke, but they are very close to Roche, Beast Coast. So unless they really move fast, they're going to lose this Roche despite Tiny being dead.
Yeah, TA does melt it. Oh, he's very nice. With that Chrysalis as well.
Okay, free Roshan for them.
And then all the outer towers have been secured, so nothing blocks them really from going for the Megas. Aldair, that Aghanim Shard could be a difference maker though, to try and wait out the Elder Titan's Astral Spirit buff, and then hopefully, because the buff lasts 10 seconds, it's a 17-second cooldown. If you can dodge it and then come back out, maybe you can win a fight. But I mean, at this point, this TA is also really, really huge.
Yeah, and the ET has cheese now, so another route would be exploding the ET before he gets the spells off. But with the cheese, you're not killing this guy. It has to be perfect, and I don't know if they have enough lockdown. It's only Ravage and 1 Torrent that they have to control Vitaly.
And he's also getting BKB on top of the fact that he's got that Ag. So he's got many tools They will find out where we just chilling. We'll be able to skewer him to the side. Has a buyback available at least so that he can join his teammates if required. Is there any... Oh, Argentine needs to be very careful. Moose is right next to him. Dodge and weave. Get himself all the way out of there. If he dies, he would not have a buyback, and that is scary territory.
Yeah, he's going for this Shivas, but still very far away. The recipe now
Look
is
at Monty's
goddamn
item
expensive.
build.
Oh.
Hi, I'm a +4. I'm totally not playing core right now. He also went from Maelstrom before Rod of Atos.
Yeah, big no-no.
That's a huge no-no.
Alright, so Tower
Moose.
taking a lot of damage. They find poor Widge again.
Oh, Monty, nice two-man arena by Lumpy. Doesn't have anyone from his team joining the fun, though. Break onto the Mars. Lumpy taking some damage. Earth Splitter was used, but in response, they will walk up the heal onto Lumpy. That's going to be a Mars completely alive. Vitality eats the cheese quickly. That Meepo damage was pretty nasty. But can he get any control? And that's the problem. He doesn't have any of that control required. And Mega Meepo needs to run away. Does have himself just in time. Disperser came off cooldown. And they will get back in towards the fountain. But every single spell they had in the bank has been used for this. And they got themselves nothing.
That was probably the best fight South Team could have gotten there. You almost killed the ET. The Meeple dealt so much damage, but they're just so far behind. That is really the difference maker. Age is still up for Pyke.
Oh, he just gets killed. He honestly dies in the avalanche, not even the toss back. Oh, drag back. Moose is going to be the target, but Vitality coming out with Pyke.
Oh my lord.
Ooh. Yep, no Mega Meeple was available. Didn't buy the shard out, so he is a goner. No buyback to rejoin the fray. And Bowie, I think it might just be it for game number 1.
Yeah, Beast Coast, I mean, a lot of people didn't really know they were going to participate in this tournament. Their announcement came pretty recently, but they are showing some pretty good Dota. Oh, wait a second here, as Vitaly does have that beautiful Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, I mean, they're fighting, but let's be honest, can they really hold this?
Oh, that's gonna be pretty tough. Meepo's up in 10 seconds, and they honestly didn't clear that many buildings just yet. James, though, he's stuck inside the arena and will die. And that's a problem because they kind of need him for the defense. Is 130 gold away from a buyback. And Pyke still has that Aegis for another minute.
There are 2 bounties on the Dire jungle. Unfortunately, no NP. No hero that can pick up those bounties and get the buyback gold for him. Ravage on cooldown for 30 seconds. I think you need to give Megas maybe a fight for tier 4s. Like, if you fight now, the game's over, probably.
There's a toss back coming out. Blink in from the Tide to do nothing really, because he didn't have his Ravage available. Will try and get himself out of there. Should be doable. Top side range racks are gonna get taken down, and that is indeed mega secured, but they do have the Kunkka. There will possibly be one last hurrah kind of fight for South Team before they get eliminated. Monty gets blown up. That's going to be a dieback coming through. Reach the second one. Very close. Has global silence. They get the global off, and they will lose that Aegis on TA, even though it was very close to dropping regardless. Oh, there's the GG. They're not even going to give it another go.
Yeah, that's probably for the better.
Done. I mean,
this game.
If you're going to wait this entire time, at least give it one more, you know. Wait until your team is dead.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. It definitely felt like after minute 15, Beast Coast had full control of this game.